Okay, so Lusovu, a Portuguese company that has been developing a very disruptive solution about augmented reality. We identified the problem of augmented reality as an all-day usability issue, mainly divided into three categories. First is the wearable comfort. So annoying cables, heavy solution, limited battery life. Then the second one is the visual comfort, which is about field of view, brightness, the quality of the image resolution, light fields also. And finally, the social comfort, mainly for the consumer. Not so much for enterprise, but for the consumer, this is quite important. And we have been working for more than 10 years in developing a solution that will fulfill all these requirements. This solution is HIDO, which means holographic integrated display and optics. We have 20 patents across different regions, and our core technology lies in the lens, where we have a display and optics together in the lens. So we try to divide augmented reality technologies in several technologies. First generation, a long time ago, which is still being used in some concepts, the half mirror and prism-based technology, which are bulky normally, narrow image size. And then the second generation, the waveguide and retinal scanning. The waveguide is the most popular nowadays, as you know. And we believe that and there is this manufacturing issues, medium image size. I think the maximum is about 50, 55 degrees maybe. And then the lack of efficiency, which is a big issue for battery life. We believe we are the third generation, where our concept, that I will explain it later, has a display and the micro HOEs that are embedded inside the system. And so this allows slim form factor, wide field of view, and quite very efficient coupling. So if we think about the normal concept of VR, we have a display and a lens. When we began to thought about how to develop a new concept, the first idea was to have a transparent display and a big lens. But of course, this will create a kind of thick system, which is not good for a slim form factor. If we shrink that, then we have aberrations, which is not good. It will not give a good quality of the image. And so we thought, let's divide to conquer. And so we decided to divide this concept in very tiny micro displays and HOEs, so that we can tile the images in several regions, and then the configuration will put everything together in a single tiled image. One of the issues we have is the eye box, which is quite small because it's defined by the aperture of the size of each HOEs. So in order to increase the eye box, we replicate these tiny micro displays and HOEs to increase the eye box. So as I stated, the display and the HOEs, they are embedded inside the lens, which is very nice because it's scalable. You can put in all the lens area, and you don't have any restriction on field of view. It can be curved. Okay? We don't have any reflections as you have in a waveguide, so you don't need a very precise alignment of the lens. We can also implement light fields also because of this replication system. It's quite transparent. Well, nowadays we're about 70% of transparency, which is quite good enough. It can provide high contact. And because we are using microLEDs and because we have a very efficient coupling system, we can have good brightness, outdoor, and also good efficiency. This is the structure of the lens. So you have a display with these islands of micro displays, then some acrylic and HOEs. Which is good for safety because you don't need glass, you don't need a high index refraction index material, so you can use plastic. And because also you don't need to use an air